Let's rock and roll. Okay, well, welcome to the very not well-named FG Funnels beginners class. I made this decision because number one, we've needed an FG Funnels beginners class for a long time. And number two, as I stated in my email, I was teaching my daughters how to use FG Funnels, and I thought that the way that I taught them made a lot of sense for beginners, and they had to learn a lot really fast. And what we like to say is we move fast and break stuff. And that sort of low pressure environment is what I want to bring to you all today. Couple things. We are recording all of this. If you get lost, you get behind, better to watch and learn and ask questions than it is to try to like keep up. Okay. I do have to go at a certain pace. And if it's too fast, you can always watch the replay. I will be dropping help docs and things like this, and I will be sending out replays and the summary and all of that. So you'll have everything. So nobody panic, nobody feel like they're missing it. I but what I want is for you to hopefully have a shift around tech and around your own confidence level, and to know that this is exactly what I did with my daughters, and I'm gonna do it with you all. Okay. All righty. Let's go ahead and we are going to, I'm going to share my screen for the duration. Let me pop in here. All right, so the first thing that I want to show you here is the Houseplant Hospice Fake Business Class. One of the reasons why I think people get so stressed out when they're building is because they're building for their actual business. And it's really hard to both be learning new tech and learning marketing and thinking about how you're going to make money all at the same time. We're going to eliminate that. What we're going to do is we are going to all build a fake business together. The second thing is we're going to learn in the context of business building. We're not going to learn tech for tech's sake. This is kind of an overview of what's going to happen. But I want you to know that I've deliberately set this up so that we're going to make mistakes. So I need a verbal promise that you guys are going to be okay making mistakes and breaking stuff. Okay. I want to make sure that's clear. And okay, I got a promise. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a business called Houseplant Hospice. And the tagline is where dying plants get a second chance. And we are going to take on the persona of Dr. Fern Greenfield, PhD, who wants to rescue houseplants as well as the people who keep killing them. And we are going to be building a couple products and offers and working within the tool. Please make a copy of this, okay? Make a copy of this business pack. All right. Everyone good? Yes, Angela. Great. Okay, so there's a cast of customers, there's brand visual, there's all this stuff. It's just to kind of give you a lay of the land. We're going to do it all together, so don't stress if you don't understand what anything is yet. Okay? All right. Promise. We're going to break stuff. Let's go into our FG Funnels account. So I'm going to go ahead and to go into full screen here for the sake of the recording. Log into your FG Funnels account, and I am going to be working inside of my farm account because it's a new account and it doesn't have a ton of stuff set up yet. So I'm going to be building some things while you guys are building things too. And I may make mistakes. In fact, it'll probably, I definitely will. All right, so go ahead and log into your account. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to start our houseplant hospice business. Before we do that, I just want to orient you to a couple of things. The menu bar on the left, this is your main menu. There is a secondary menu. So if you click on sites, there is a secondary menu. So the main menu is vertical and the secondary menu is horizontal. So if I say go to memberships in the main menu, I'm talking about the left. If I say go to forms in the secondary menu, I'm talking about the top. All right. So just want to orient everyone. Now, there is one button that changes the main menu, and that is the settings button. And when you click on the settings button, that whole menu changes. Okay, so there is a main menu, there is a secondary menu, which comes across the top and changes depending on where you are. And then there is a settings menu, and that is vertical. All right, thumbs up. Everybody cool with that? Understand? Great. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to use AI to assist us. So I'm going to go back. You're going to be in your dashboard, and I want you to go down to the settings button and toggle on the settings menu. We are going to leverage a new feature. And in order to do that, we have to turn it on. So we're going to click on Labs. You'll see there's a little new button here. So go ahead and click on Labs. If you're watching this recording and the funnel AI builder is already out, you don't have to do this step. But this is a brand new feature that we're going to turn on to help us go faster. This feature is currently free. At some point, it will cost money, but right now it's free, so we are going to have at it. So you're going to scroll down until you see brand new funnel AI and website AI. This is a brand new AI builder, and you're going to go ahead and toggle it on over here. Okay? This is going to allow AI to assist us in building our website. Okay. In this case, it's going to be a funnel. Once you're done, you're going to go ahead and click Go Back. Now we're back on our dashboard. Now we have this AI funnel builder toggled on. Let's go to our business pack, okay? We're going to go to day 1 here. And what we're going to do is Dr. Fern Greenfield needs some money, so we are going to build an offer. And this is the offer that we're going to build. We are going to build a plant-parent personality assessment to discover exactly why your houseplants keep dying and what to do about it. And this is going to be a 60-minute assessment that helps them understand their plant personality. And it's going to provide a plan and a debrief call and a clear path forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the sales page. So we're going to go back into our FG Funnels account and click on Sites in the main menu. And then we are going to be on Funnels in the secondary menu. Then we are going to click the blue button over here that says New Funnel. Go ahead and click it. And because we turned on that brand new funnel builder, we are going to get Build with AI. So go ahead and click that option and then hit continue. Now, yay. Okay. So now this is going to look different if you are used to logging into FG Funnels. This is going to look different. And that's because we turned on that brand new AI builder. Okay, so if you're having any trouble getting logged in, I would honestly just watch because right now we can't troubleshoot login issues, but you can always go to fgfunnels.com/help and then see if they can help you log in. Otherwise, I would watch. All right, so we are going to set up the foundations, okay? The only way you will have this option is if you did what I just told you with the labs, okay? So if you didn't do that, you're not going to see this. You had to turn this feature on. All right, let's go over here. Now we are going to look up at the very top here, and we are going to be doing the plant-parent personality assessment. So what does the AI need? All right, well, it needs the name of the funnel page. So we're going to grab plant-parent personality assessment. We're going to name it that. We're going to drop that in right here. What business niche are we in? Let's just go ahead and we're going to say that we are in the education. And what is the goal? Well, we are going to sell a product. So we're going to sell a product, and we are going to be selling to individuals. And we are going to be, this is a little bit interesting. I'm going to choose product service package, possibly, or maybe training. This is like, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'll just put other and I'll say it's a 60-minute assessment. Now, what you'll notice is happening is as you're filling this stuff in, it's going over here and it's giving you a nice prompt. But what we need to do is we need to add more to this prompt so that we get a good output from the AI. So we are going to change this to say sales page. Create a sales page for the plant parent personality assessment in the education niche. The goal is to sell products and services targeting individuals. The offering is a 60-minute assessment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift Return and create a new space here. And I am going to go and grab the sales copy right here. So I'm going to grab all of this. Um, and I am going to keep scrolling, Julie. Come on. Here we go. I want to copy. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, here is the sales copy I want you to use. I'm going to paste that in there. I also think that what I want to do is I want to give it some branding information. That's why I told you I gave you some brand visual direction. So go ahead and grab that. We're going to copy that. Here is the brand visual direction. Okay. And then we're going to paste that in. Now we have everything we need and we're going to go ahead and hit generate. This is going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to just make sure that there's nobody that has a question that we can't answer. And I'm going to just say this multiple times this week. Questions with the logging in, definitely go to support. I'm going to go ahead and drop the fake business pack again. If you guys are coming in late, you need access to your fake business pack. All right. You turned on the funnel builder AI. Yes, you turned on the funnel builder AI. All right. Who here is doing it and having it generate? Having it generate. You are copy. Oops, hold on. I'm having trouble here. I got to get out of full screen. You are copying 1.1. That's all you're copying is 1.1, the sales page copy. Generating. Good. The suspense. Generating. Good. I'm not going to be able to, I don't have time to go back to the beginning, unfortunately. If you were late, you can just watch the beginning replay, but I'm going to start promptly at 10 a.m. because these are going to go at least an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. So I really can't recap steps, but it's recorded, so all good. Yes. So can you create, yes, of course you can create it without AI. And we will discuss why I'm doing this. The main reason I'm doing this is to give you a baseline. Because when you stare at a blank screen or even a complicated template, if you're a beginner, you can get really overwhelmed. Okay. You can get really overwhelmed. And so this allows you to start with something. The other reason why this is helpful is that it's going to place your copy into the funnel. Whereas if you have a template, you have to sit there and copy paste, right? And that's kind of annoying. And so this is at least giving us some copy that we can put into the design. We gave it some branding, colors and some vibes, right? So it's giving you a head start so that you don't have to like be completely lost and being like, oh, what do I do? So once this generates, we're going to see what it generates. And I'm really curious because we're going to have different designs, even though we're all using the same copy and the same brand vibe. All right. So it generated. So what we're going to do is instead of looking at it here, we're going to go ahead and hit this little preview button. We're going to view it through a preview button. Ta-da! Houseplant Hospice. Is your plant dying? It's not too late. So you can see it's using all of our copy. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Look at this. Look, it even, I mean, it doesn't actually work, but it's like such a cool little graphic. Okay. How do you guys like it? I know. So cool, right? Okay. Let's keep going. I know we all want to do cool stuff. So what we're going to do now is we are going to toggle off this AI. Okay? We're going to pop it off and we're going to pop this off as well. Now we are in the editor. Okay, so now we're not starting from scratch. Okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to just quickly give a quick overview of some tools. Now, the way the page is built is starting with green, which are sections. You can see these big sections here. Then it goes down into columns, and the column is blue, but you can't really see it right now. But inside the blue section are these purple, which show you the individual columns, right? Column one and column two. And then when you go even deeper, you get to orange. And orange is the actual element. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes and I want you to actually change something on the page. Again, see, we have green. There's a blue somewhere. Sometimes, though, it's hard to see. I'm going to just toggle on the layers so that I can show you. Um, See right here, you see the blue, it's popping up. You see how I can't move it's butted up against the purple, which is why you can't see the blue. But it goes green, blue, purple, orange. Repeat after me. Green, blue, purple, orange, green, blue, purple, orange. Okay? When you are working inside of the funnel, there's the blue. You can see the blue now. We have the green, which is the section. We have the blue, which is the row. We have the purple, which is the column. And we have the orange, which is the element. Green, blue, purple, orange. Okay? What I toggled on over here is the layers, and this allows you to see every element on the page and it highlights it for you. So if you're like lost and you can't figure it out, you can see I'm like clicking. I'm just in this little layers, okay? All right. I want you to change two things about this page. Doesn't matter what. You can change copy, you can change color. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this button. Okay. So I'm going to click on the button element. And what's going to happen is a menu is going to pop out on the right. Okay. And on the right, you have three different menus. You have a general menu, you have a styles menu, and an animations menu. Basically, crap ton of options for every single element, like crap ton. So we've got the general menu, which is going to do things like change the text, maybe change the font, change the size, those types of things. It's also going to have an important element here, which is called the button element, the button action, which we're going to talk about. I could click over to styles and I could change some of the styles. I could change the margin. I could change the padding. I could change the borders, the alignment, the shadows. You can get very detailed here. And then this is animation. And this allows it to look like it's like swooping into the page when it's previewed. Now, there's a lot that's already been built by the AI, so we don't have to do a lot. But I've decided what I'm going to do is I am going to change the font size. So change just two things on your page. I'm going to just make it really big. And I'm also going to change, I'm going to add, let's see, I think I'm going to change a color. I'm going to change this color of the column. Okay, so I'm going to click on the purple because that's the column. And this one only has two menus. It has the general and the styles. I'm going to go ahead and change this background color. And I'm going to change it to pink. Ew, that's disgusting. Just kidding. Purple. It's still gross. Maybe I'll just do a custom color. Let's do that. That's disgusting too. Okay, maybe I'm actually not a good designer and maybe I shouldn't touch it. But you're supposed to be touching two things to play on the editor. Okay? We are not going to customize this entire thing right now. We don't have time to do that. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and hit, once we've changed two things about our page, we're going to go ahead and hit the save button at the top. Okay. You can also preview it again if you want. Use the little eyeball. Get a nice preview. Okay. Amazing. Looks so good. Oh, look at my nice design choice change. All right. All right, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving on for the sake of the recording. All right. Now, if we are Dr. Fern Greenfield, we need to publish this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit publish. And it's going to say you need a domain. So one thing to note is that when you are previewing the page, you're getting this little funny domain right here. This is what we call a preview domain. We need to put it on a final domain. So this is a moment where everybody needs to tell me where they're at. If you have a domain in your account, choose the domain that's in your account. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose my domain. Okay? I'm going to hit save and it is going to publish this page. Okay? If you do not have a domain in your account, you are going to need to connect a domain. So we are going to do that later. We're not going to do it at this very moment. We're going to do it a little bit later. So if you have a domain, go ahead and publish the page on your domain. Okay? If you do not have a domain, you're just going to hit save and you're going to stay till the end. Now, what you'll notice is this link has changed. It's now no longer that gobbledygook of app.fgfunnels, blah, blah, blah. Now it's actually a link. woolenwonderfarm.com/untitled-page-page. What a great link, right? So let's go ahead and click on it. Ta-da! Yes, this is live. In fact, you guys could literally go to this page now and it would be live. So Dr. Fern Greenfield has officially published a sales page, which is awesome, but there's a big problem, and that is that sales page doesn't go anywhere. So all of these buttons are not working. So Dr. Fern Greenfield now has a live page that's broken, which is very common. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix that. And we are actually going to fix the buttons. Now, where do you guys think that the buttons should go? Just tell me. Just drop it in the chat. There we go. Checkout. It should go to checkout or an order form. And we don't have one. No problem. So what we're going to do is we are going to build an order form. And then we are going to link the buttons. Or we can link the buttons and then build it. One thing you're going to learn about FG funnels is there are a million ways to do the same thing. Always, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to find every single spot where my button is since I'm already in the page, and I'm going to click on it. So I'm highlighting that element. We are in the orange. And we are going to go down to button action. And we are going to change it. And we are going to say next step. That means when they click that button, they're going to the next step in the funnel. Okay? Now you might say to me, well, Julie, there is no next step. Don't worry, there will be. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go through all of my buttons. I'm going to click on them and I'm going to change the button action to next step. Do it again. Next step. There's lots of options for button actions, by the way, but for us, we're doing next step. Okay. Now, because I just made a change on the page, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit publish. If you're still tracking with me and working alongside me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're just watching, give me a thumbs up too. Okay, let's keep going. Now, let's go to back and we are going to get out of here. All right, we got some people following. Excellent, excellent. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Sweet. If you're watching, that's great. You'll learn so much. So now we need to make a checkout page. So all we have is the sales page right here. We need to make a checkout page, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we are not going to start from scratch because why would we do that? Because we're trying to build a business. So we are going to hit clone, okay? Clone. And we are going to clone this. Oh, crap. I already built this. I don't know which one. I have a duplicate one. And we are going to add the step. So basically what we're doing is we're cloning the sales page. Okay. Oops, I chose the wrong one. Oh well. Womp womp womp. I got to get rid of one. I'm gonna actually hold on. Let me just because I built it to show you guys, but I'm just gonna change. Don't watch what I'm doing. Um, I'm just changing the name so that I don't get confused. Please hold, everyone. Please hold. Okay. Houseplant. All right, now we're back here. Nope, we're here. Just kidding. Okay, you guys, clone funnel step right here. What we're doing is we're taking this page and we are cloning it. Okay. And now I'm going to choose it in the right one. And we are cloning it because we are not starting from scratch. Because why would we do that? There we go. You should see, once you've cloned, you should see it inside your funnel and it says plant, parent, personality assessment, clone. You've just basically duplicated the page. Now, I want to actually call this what it really is. So I'm going to click on it. And before we go into the page to edit the page, we're actually going to go over to publishing, this little button right here. We're going to change this to say order form. Okay. That way we're not confused. This is the assessment page. This is the sales page. And this is the order form. Okay. So now we got two pages in the funnel. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we are going to edit this page because we don't want to start from scratch. One thing that you can do when you're cloning is you can delete all the sections you don't need and keep one section for what you do need. I'm going to get rid of this menu bar, this menu over here so you guys can see. I'm going to go into full screen. So I don't need this whole thing, right? I really don't need it. I probably should keep the footer. That makes sense, right? Because it's a website and you want to keep the footer. So I'm going to keep that section. But I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm hovering on the green. Remember, green, blue, purple, orange. If we delete the green, we delete everything inside the green. So that's the easiest way to do it. It would be a real pain in the ass to go click, delete, 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 right? We don't want to do that. Even if we do just this, delete, it's only going to delete the column. So we're going to delete green sections so that we can do this quickly. So I'm going to hit delete, boom. Going to hit delete, boom. Delete, boom. Delete, boom. Delete, delete. And I'm going to keep this. So this is this is where I'm going to actually put my order form. All right. So I don't want to delete this section because I kind of like it. Okay. But I do want to delete all this stuff because I could leave this plant here, but I'm going to put the order form right here. So I'm going to delete this little JavaScript thing, this element. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this. Okay? So now I have this big, beautiful spot for an order form. Now I'm going to hit add. And I am going to tell you something that confused the heck out of me and I don't like, so we need to tell the dev team. But you would think when you're looking for an element, you would think, oh, let me go to forms and surveys and get myself an order form, but that's not actually where they are. So apologies that that is not really labeled super well. So what we're going to do is we are going to search. You can just go into elements right here and you can look. But this is where we're looking for elements. So I'm going to type the word order, and this is what we're looking for. And for right now, we're just going to use a plain old boring one-step order form. So I'm going to click this and I'm going to drag it onto the page. Ta-da! Okay, so this is what the order form element looks like. Let's go ahead and hit save. And then let's go ahead and look at it. Ta-da! Okay. Now you might wonder where's the button? The button is not there because I do not have a payment integration. Okay, so that's why I can't actually do anything. But that's okay. So, greedy brothers pick oranges. Yes, there we go. All right, so now we got the order form. So we are going to publish it. We're going to hit publish. And it's published. Good job, you guys. Okay, now let me ask you a question. If we go over here and we look at our beautiful Houseplant Hospice, I'm going to click on the button and it's taken me to the order form. Yay. Okay, where does somebody go after they check out? Who can tell me? What happens after you check out? Thank you, Paige. Awesome. In sales, we call it an order confirmation page. Yes. All right. You guys, you got to trust me. All of you asking questions that are coming, you got to trust me. I'm going to teach you. It's going to teach you what you need to know, and I'm going to keep you from getting distracted on the details that you don't need to worry about right now. Okay? All right. We need to create an order confirmation form. So go ahead, hit save. If you have the domain, hit publish. If you don't have the domain, just hit save. Okay? All right, let's go out. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to clone this one more time to create our order confirmation page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This time, I'm going to clone this one because this one's a lot less. There's a lot less going on this page right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit clone again. Going to put it in that same funnel. I realized you could also just hit clone step in this funnel. That's the button on the left. Duh. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to click on this. We're going to click on publishing. We're going to change it to say order confirmation form. We're going to update it. Cool, cool. All right. Now we're going to go in and we are going to swap out the order form for an order confirmation. All right. So go ahead, get rid of this AI builder again. We're going to exit. We're going to delete this element. And this time we're going to click add. We are going to search for order confirmation right here. Go ahead and click and drop that in. And there is our order confirmation. Go ahead and hit save and then hit publish. Don't worry if it says 99. I promise I'll solve it. I promise. Promise. You guys are cracking me up. All right. You guys, we've just built a funnel. We have a sales page with a button that goes to the order form. And we still haven't figured out how to get the order form and the order form connection, order form confirmation connected yet. So that's what we're going to do next. All right. Woohoo. Okay. So we got a whole bunch of things we have to do to clean up, but for the most part, the funnel is built. So the very first thing that we need to do is, well, there's two things that we need to do. We need to make sure we have a domain and we need to have a payment integration, right? Because otherwise we can't test the funnel. So we are going to connect a payment integration. So we're going to leave the funnel for a second. We're going to go over to settings. And then we're going to go to integrations. Is this where I'm supposed to be? I think so. And then I'm going to type PayPal. Yeah, okay. It's going to go to payments and checkout. Then you're going to click on manage. And here is where you can connect your payment provider, okay? Stripe or PayPal. If you already have a payment integration, go ahead and let us know in the chat. If you do not complicate things though. Do not complicate things. All right, everybody has it. I don't. Okay? I do not have it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to connect my PayPal account. Okay? And this is where um I'm gonna want to test. So I don't know. Tatiana, should I connect versus PayPal Live and still be able to test, or should I do PayPal test? What should I do here so I can actually test it? See what she says. I think I'm gonna do PayPal Live mode because this is an actual account. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Well, I'm doing live. I'm gonna go ahead, log into my account. You guys are all connected. That's awesome. If you're not connected, oh, Live will charge me. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That's fine. I'm fine. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this happen, but we're gonna use a test card. Um, okay. You guys are gonna learn how old I am. Okay. I think that should work. You guys are all gonna know my social security and my home phone number. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, my team. My team is gonna be like, oh my word. Sorry, guys. We can blur this out for the recording. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm fine. I will. Okay, return to lead connector. Woohoo! All right, so PayPal live mode. I wonder if I should do test mode too, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to actually do a real payment. All right, so if you are all connected, awesome. So let's go back to sites. Now, some of you were going, oh my gosh, it still says $99 on the order form. Well, this is what we're going to do. We are going to go to the order form right here, and we're going to click on products. Here is where we have to add a product. And what are we going to add? Well, we are going to add the $47, where is it? The $47 plant parent personality assessment right here. Okay, that's what we're going to add. So we're going to click add product. And then we're going to run into some trouble because we're going to click this arrow and you are probably not going to see plant parent personality assessment there. Okay. The reason why mine is there is because I practiced this before I got on. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're not going to see it there. So we're going to go create the product and then we'll come back to the order form and we'll add it here. So what you're noticing, and I'm doing this on purpose, you run into a wall and you're like, crap, I need something. Okay, let me go do it. Right. And I feel like that's a faster way to learn than to try to front load everything you need, because then you don't understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. Okay. So let's go over to payments on the main menu. And then we're going to go to products on the secondary menu. And we are going to click the blue button that says create product. Now, in your business pack, you have the product. It's right here. It's in the offer stack. Plant parent personality assessment. Right here. Then you're going to grab this little description right here. Plop that in. We're going to ignore a lot of this stuff. We're just going to ignore it because that's my favorite thing to do. And then we're going to put $47. Now, I'm going to make mine less, and the reason is because I have only live mode enabled, and I'm going to actually have to buy this. So I'm going to make it $2. Okay. And then I'm going to hit save. And that's pretty much it. Okay. I'm going to hit save again just for good measure. All right. Now you'll see this is the one that I made a couple days ago when I was practicing. It is not okay to open duplicate tabs, so I would stay in one tab. Yeah. And then this is the one I just made now. Okay. Now let's go back to sites. We're going to go to our houseplant funnel. We're going to click on the order form. We're going to click on products. Now we're going to click add product. And now you should see it. Okay. Of course, I've got two identical ones again. And then you're going to choose the price. And then you're going to hit save. Okay. So now that product is attached to that order form. Let's go back to the product, the order form for a second. Let's go into the page. Now, people always get confused because they're like, wait a second, it still says $99. But that's because you're in the editor. So you're seeing like the element, like idea. If that makes sense. But let's go to the preview button and let's preview it. And now you will see plant parent personality assessment, $2. You will also see that my button is there because I now have an integration. So I would like all of you guys who are tracking with me to do a test purchase. Okay. Now, super important when you do this test purchase, I want you to be Brad Thompson. Okay. Finance bro. He just bought a $400 fiddle leaf fig and it's losing leaves and he's panicking. So when you go through this, okay, and you actually fill it out, you are going to make it Brad Thompson. The other thing you want to do is use a test credit card. Okay. And I'm going to give you a link to how to use a test credit card. Super easy. This is what I'm going to put it over here so you can see. I'm going to actually, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I'm going to actually do it live because I don't have test mode enabled on PayPal. But this is the link. I'm going to give it to you. Okay. And there is a fake credit card that you're going to use. Where is it? Is it showing it right here? Oh, here they are. Here are all the fake cards you can use. All right. So look at this. You have to choose this number. The CVC code can be any 3 digits you want. And the date can be any future date. Okay. So I'm going to suggest you use this as your test payment card. 4242424242. Any 3 digits. But before you do it, before you test your payment, we're going to go back here. We need to turn on test mode. Okay? Yeah, here's the test cards number. We're going to go into funnels. We're going to go into the settings of the entire funnel right here. We're going to scroll down and we are going to turn off live payment mode. Now it's in test mode. You're going to hit save. Now it's actually in test mode. You'll see how it says test mode. Now, because I enabled PayPal Live, it's not going to let me do a test mode. I have to actually do it live. That was because all I have is PayPal. But if you have Stripe, it should say test mode and the button should be there. And if you only have PayPal, you're going to have to do it live or you're going to have to connect the PayPal test mode, which I'm not going to do in the interest of time. So I am going to actually go ahead and keep mine on live. Okay. And when you integrate your payments, there's other options besides PayPal and Stripe. There's Square, there's NMI, there's Authorized on that. You ready to test it? Okay. So I'm clicked over here. I'm going to view the page with this little button right here. I'm going to read the sales page. I'm going to channel my inner Brad. Okay. I'm going to click this button. I'm at my order form. And I'm going to say I'm Brad Thompson, finance bro. I'm going to use some junk email address I don't care about, which Lord knows we all have those, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my real address. Oh, I forgot. I have to turn live mode. Damn it. I have to do it all over again. Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I turned live mode back on, but I don't know if I saved it. I'm so glad you guys like this. Okay, but it's really important. So hopefully that I'm a little nervous that the page is cached and it's gonna cause me drama. Let's see. Nope, it's there. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Finance bro, Brad Thompson, my junk email address, phone number, address, and I am going to pay with PayPal. Yes, I know. Log out. I'm going to go to my other one. And I'm going to forget my password. Ay, ay, ay. Click to continue. Let's try that one. Let's try this one. Look at none of them are working. Amazing. All right, you guys, go ahead. You go ahead and finish. I'm so mad that I can't do it. I can't remember what my Oh, maybe this is right. Nope. Isn't there a way to like pay with a credit card with PayPal? Oh well. All right, so go ahead and pay. I'm stuck right now. I really wanted to show you how it went right to the order confirmation form, but I don't remember my PayPal login. I probably should have checked that. Okay. The goal is to complete a test payment, or in my case, a real payment, which I can't even do. Okay. All right, good. If it goes through, it will then lead you to the order confirmation form. Okay. And it will show here. Now, there's a few other things that we need to do. Okay. Our funnel is live, and ideally, in order to enjoy tomorrow's lesson, we need to have a purchase from Brad Thompson. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how is he getting the assessment? We don't have an assessment. It didn't send him any. I know you're worried about all of that. I promise you, I'm going to get you there. But today we published a funnel. Today we published a funnel. We enacted test mode and we got a customer. Okay. That's really exciting. There's a few things I want to share, and we are at 10:49 a.m., guys, 50 minutes with 114 people, and I managed to do this. Now, not everybody is all caught up. Some people are still having the AI generate and all of that sort of, it's fine. But there's a few things I want to share with you, okay? First of all, these pages are butt ugly with the links, okay? You do not want to send out woolenwonderfarm.com/untitled page 321905. Okay. We do not want to do that. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into the settings of the funnel, and we are going to change up some paths, okay, to make them cleaner. Now, this is the main, when I go into the main settings, I'm on the main funnel. So this is the home page, right? So I'm going to call this plant parent personality assessment. I'm going to make that the path. I'm going to hit save. Okay. So now I know that the funnel is going to be a little bit cleaner, and I'm going to show you, because if I click here, you see how it still says untitled page. You're like, damn it, it still didn't work. Well, the funnel itself is on the right link. plant, parent, personality. Should have picked an easier domain. Assessment. Ta-da. Okay. However, this page is still wonky. So we need to actually go into the settings of each page. So we're going to hit settings. And look, we're going to change this. And I'm going to call it the PPPA sales page. Update that page. And I'm going to do the same thing for the order form. Go here, go into settings. And I'm going to call it the PPPA order form. Update that one. And then I'm going to click on the order confirmation page. I'm going to hit the little gear. Going to do the same thing. PPPA order confirmation form. Update page. Now the pages should look better. Okay, so now when I go here, in theory, it's still showing untitled page, but I think if I click on that link, and I don't really know the difference between this and this. Oh, I know the difference, just kidding. We have to go to publishing. See, I don't understand why we have to do it there and on the individual page. If somebody wants to explain that to me, that'd be great. Okay. But see, now it added that whole link. Anyway, there's two places to do it. There's in the little gear, which is this page, and then there's here. I'm sorry, in here, in publishing. And I think the reason is because of the split testing. Yeah, I think so. PPPA order form. But the thing is, because I've used that already, it's adding a a string of numbers. That's why it's adding those numbers, because I had already changed it here. And so I don't know. I don't know. This is just, you know what, guys? I don't know. I'm clueless. PPPA. Anyway, we just want the pages to not say untitled because that is lame. Ah, see? Tatiana says if you're doing split tests, the gear, this little gear changes, but this doesn't change. Okay. Anyway, now if I click on here and I click this button, oops, that button. Why is the button not working anymore? I'm very angry. Let's go back and see why the button isn't working anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Next step. Save. My concern. Oh, there we go. Stupid. I don't know why. Okay. All right. Well, if only I could actually do a payment. So that's basically how you build a funnel, guys. Now, are there a lot of things missing? 100%. But that is the goal here, to show you you've been able to add an order form, you've added an order confirmation form, you've added a product, you've gotten the domain live, you've created an integration. Now, I do want to talk to those of you who do not have a domain yet. Okay, for the last few minutes, I want to talk about domains. To do domains, we're going to just get out of here entirely, and we are going to go to settings. We're going to toggle on the settings menu, and we're going to go to domains. Really important. Everybody hear me out. The easiest thing to do is just hit this blue button and purchase a domain right in the account. That's the easiest option. If you're like, but I can't because my Houseplant Hospice domain is amazing and it's over in GoDaddy and I really want to use it. You would think, oh, just hit transfer, but don't do that, because what that's doing is actually transferring ownership in here, and you don't really need to do that. And it incurs a fee, so don't do that. What you should do, however, is the following. You should go over here to fgfunnels.com/done for you, DFY-onboarding. Okay. and you should make us do it. Okay, you guys, we will do it for you. Okay, it is free. Go through this. That is the second easiest way. Okay, what's the easiest way? Purchase. What's the second easiest way if the domain is somewhere else? Us. 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 Okay, us. The third way is you're like, I don't need any help. I'm independent. I've already got domains and blah, 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 whatever. Then go ahead and hit connect. Okay. Now you're going to hit connect and you want to add it for a funnel. You're going to hit connect. Now, here is the most important thing I could tell you. If your domain is managed in Cloudflare, type it in and hit continue. It's going to be one button. It's going to be beautiful. Okay. If your domain is not managed in Cloudflare, this is going to be a headache. Okay? I'm going to say it all again. What's the easiest thing to do if you need a domain? Hit purchase. What's the second easiest thing to do if you have a domain that you want and you don't know how to get it in? 100%. Let FG do it. If you insist on doing things the hard way because that's your personality, go ahead and click connect to domain. Click connect to funnel website. And if that domain is managed in Cloudflare, go ahead and type that baby in there and hit connect. If it is not in Cloudflare, you need to put it in Cloudflare. Do we have a support message on how to do that? Yes, we do. And I am going to, where is the how to move it to, is it the domain? Is it this one, Jess? It's amazing. Ah. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Okay. If you want to do things on hard mode, by all means. If you do not know if your domain is in Cloudflare, that kind of question means you should not be doing this. It means go ahead and do domain onboarding. Okay. Because if you don't know where your domain is and you don't know how to manage your domain and you don't know if it's in Cloudflare, that means that your knowledge is at beginner, which is totally fine. But just let us do it. Okay. If you know that your domain is in Cloudflare, go ahead and connect it. But if it's not, then have us do it. Okay. If you have a domain that is in use, don't use it unless you're okay with it going down. Okay. Because it will. It'll take down the site that it's on and it'll put it on Houseplant Hospice. Okay. So if you have a domain that's already in use, buy a new one. It's $10. Okay. I wouldn't actually go buy houseplanthospice.com though. All right. Guys, that was helpful. Yes. That's day one. Day one. So if you like homework, if you're the kind of person that likes homework, go ahead and do your funnel, edit your funnel, break it, mess around, connect a payment method, do a test payment, see that it goes to the order form, frig around with those domains that I messed up with all the little paths and, try to get the paths clean and drive yourself bonkers. Connect a domain, publish it. Tomorrow, we have to deal with the fact that Brad bought and we didn't actually send him anything. We didn't send him an email. We did not send him an assessment. So he's going to be wondering, did he get scammed? So we have to show him that we're not scamming him. All right, guys, I cannot believe we did that in an hour. You guys were amazing. We will send out the recording. We will send out the summary, and I will see you here tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a little bit longer than an hour. Okay. Bye, guys.